Hello and welcome to this interesting video on the nightmare worlds that exist in outer space and how they compare to Earth. In this video, we will explore some of the most fascinating and terrifying discoveries of modern astronomy. Exoplanets. Exoplanets are planets that orbit stars other than our Sun. They can be very different from the planets in our solar system, or very similar. Some of them have extreme conditions that make them inhospitable for life as we know it, while others could be potential homes for alien life forms. How do we find these exoplanets, and what can they tell us about the origin and diversity of life in the universe? Let's find out. To find exoplanets, we use powerful telescopes like Hubble and Kepler that observe how they affect the light and motion of their host stars. So far, we have confirmed more than 4,000 exoplanets, and there could be trillions more waiting to be discovered. That's a lot of planets. But not all of them are alike. Exoplanets come in a variety of shapes and sizes. Some are similar to Earth in size and mass, but may have different compositions and atmospheres. These are called Earth-size or Earth-like exoplanets. For example, Kepler 186f is an Earth-size planet that orbits in the habitable zone of its star and could have liquid water on its surface. Liquid water is essential for life as we know it, so this planet could be a good candidate for hosting life. But don't pack your bags just yet, because we don't know much about its atmosphere or climate, and it could be very different from Earth in other ways. Some exoplanets are larger than Earth, but smaller than gas giants like Jupiter or Saturn. These are called super-Earths or mini-Neptunes. They have more mass and gravity than Earth, which could affect their geology and biology. For example, GG 1214b is a super-Earth that has a thick atmosphere of water vapor and clouds. It could have a global ocean beneath its clouds, or it could be a rocky world with a steamy atmosphere. Either way, it would be a very wet planet, but not necessarily a friendly one. The high pressure and temperature on this planet could make life very difficult or impossible to exist. Some exoplanets are much larger than Jupiter or Saturn and have enormous masses and volumes. These are called gas giants or super Jupiters. They are mostly made of hydrogen and helium, like our gas giants, but they can also have other elements like water, methane, ammonia, or even metals. For example, HG 100,546b is a gas giant that is 20 times more massive than Jupiter and has a ring system 1,000 times larger than Saturn's. It also has a moon-sized object orbiting within its rings, which could be a forming planet or a captured asteroid. This planet is so massive that it could influence the evolution of its star and its planetary system. As you can see, exoplanets are very diverse and interesting, but some of them are also very scary and dangerous. These are the nightmare worlds that we will focus on in this video. These are planets that have conditions that are so harsh that they would destroy any life form we know. They are planets where it rains fire or glass, where the sky is dark or red, where the gravity is crushing or the radiation is lethal. These are planets that make Earth look like paradise in comparison. Let's take a tour of some of these nightmare worlds and see what makes them so terrifying. The first stop on our tour is Coret 7b, a rocky planet that orbits so close to its star that it is tidally locked, meaning one side always faces the star and the other side always faces away. The day side is so hot that it melts rocks into lava oceans, while the night side is so cold that it freezes them into solid mountains. The temperature difference creates strong winds that carry molten rocks across the sky, creating a rain of fire on both sides of the planet. This planet is literally hell on Earth, or rather hell off Earth, because there is no way any life could survive on this inferno. The next stop on our tour is G1407, a gas giant with massive rings that are 200 times wider than Saturn's rings and contain enough material to form several Earth-sized moons. The rings are so large that they would cover most of the sky if you were standing on the planet's surface or on one of its moons. They would also cast huge shadows on the planet and create spectacular eclipses when they block the star's light. The rings are also very dynamic and unstable, as they are constantly shaped by the gravity of the planet and its moons. They could form gaps, clumps, arcs, or even spiral arms over time. This planet is a ring lover's dream, but also a nightmare for anyone who values stability and predictability. The next stop on our tour is PSOG 318.522, a rogue planet that doesn't revolve around a star and wanders through space. This planet is an orphan, a loner, a rebel. It was probably ejected from its original star system by a gravitational encounter with another planet or star. Now it drifts in the cold and dark interstellar space, with no source of heat or light except for its own internal energy. This planet is so dim that it was only detected by its infrared glow, which reveals its temperature of about 800 degrees Celsius. This planet is a mystery, a curiosity, a challenge. We don't know how it formed, how old it is, or what it looks like. We don't know if it has an atmosphere, a magnetic field, or any moons. We don't know if it ever had any life, or if it ever will. This planet is an enigma, a puzzle, a riddle. The next stop on our tour is WASP-12b, a gas giant being torn apart by its host star and has extreme temperatures. This planet orbits so close to its star that it completes one revolution in just over 1 day. It also has an elongated shape due to the strong tidal forces that stretch it towards and away from the star. The star's gravity is slowly pulling material from the planet's atmosphere and forming a disk around itself, like a vampire sucking blood from its victim. The star's radiation is also heating up the planet's surface to over 2,500 degrees Celsius, making it glow red-hot and emit more light than the star itself. This planet is doomed, dying, decaying. It will eventually lose all its mass and become part of the star or be ripped apart by its gravity. This planet is a tragedy, a horror, a nightmare. The next stop on our tour is WASP-76b, a planet where it rains molten iron due to its scorching day side and cold night side. This planet is also tidally locked to its star, meaning one side always faces the heat and light, and the other side always faces the cold and dark. The day side reaches temperatures of over 2,400 degrees Celsius, which vaporizes metals like iron and magnesium in the atmosphere. The night side cools down to about 1,500 degrees Celsius, which condenses these metals into droplets that fall as rain or snow. The result is a cycle of evaporation and precipitation of molten metal across the planet's surface. This planet has a weather system of iron rainstorms, iron snowflakes, and iron clouds. This planet is bizarre, extreme, unreal. The next stop on our tour is HD 189,733b, a planet where it storms glass shards at supersonic speeds due to its powerful winds and high temperatures. This planet is another gas giant that orbits very close to its star, but unlike WASP-12b or WASP-76b, it rotates faster than it orbits, creating strong jet streams in its atmosphere. These jet streams whip up winds of over 7,000 km per hour, which blow around dust particles made of silicates like sand or glass. The high temperatures melt these particles into liquid droplets, which then cool down and harden into tiny crystals as they fly through the air. These crystals reflect blue light from the star, giving the planet a deep blue color. They also act as projectiles that cut through anything in their path, including other crystals, creating more fragments and more damage. This planet has a climate system of glass hurricanes, glass tornadoes, and glass hailstorms. This planet is violent, destructive, deadly. The next stop on our tour is Tauri S2b, a planet that is darker than coal and reflects almost no light due to its unknown atmospheric composition. This planet is another gas giant that orbits close to its star, but unlike HD 189,733 bits or WASP-76b, it has no clouds or haze in its atmosphere to scatter light. Instead, it has some mysterious substance that absorbs almost all light that hits it, making it appear blacker than any known material on Earth. The only reason we can see it at all is because it emits a faint red glow from its own heat, like a dying ember in a fireplace. This substance could be something exotic like vaporized sodium or potassium metal, or something familiar like soot or ash from volcanic eruptions. We don't know for sure what it is or how it got there, but we do know that it makes this planet one of the darkest and most mysterious worlds in the galaxy. This planet has a stealth system of unknown absorbers, unknown emitters, and unknown origins. This planet is secretive, elusive, enigmatic. The next stop on our tour is PSR B1257+12a, a planet that orbits a pulsar and is constantly bombarded by deadly radiation and gamma rays. This planet is one of the first exoplanets ever discovered, back in 1992. It is also one of the most unusual and hostile ones. It orbits a pulsar, which is a rapidly spinning neutron star that emits powerful beams of electromagnetic radiation from its poles. These beams sweep across the sky like a lighthouse, creating pulses of light and radio waves that we can detect from Earth. The pulsar also has a strong magnetic field that accelerates charged particles to near the speed of light, creating a deadly radiation environment around it. This planet is exposed to this radiation every time it passes through the pulsar's beams, which happens twice per orbit. The radiation is so intense that it could strip away any atmosphere or surface material from the planet, leaving behind a barren and scorched core. This planet has a survival system of unknown resilience, unknown protection, and unknown endurance. This planet is resilient, defiant, enduring. The next stop on our tour is 55 Cancri, a planet that is partly made of diamond and has a surface temperature of over 2,000 degrees Celsius. This planet is another super-Earth that orbits very close to its star, but unlike GG1214b or Korat 7b, it has a very high density and a very low reflectivity. This suggests that it has a large fraction of carbon in its composition, which could form diamond under high pressure and temperature. The planet could have a thick layer of diamond covering its surface or its interior, or both. The diamond layer could also conduct heat very efficiently, creating hot spots on the surface where lava or magma could erupt. The planet could also have an atmosphere of carbon monoxide or dioxide, which would trap heat and create a greenhouse effect. This planet has a wealth system of diamond crusts, diamond mantles, and diamond cores. This planet is rich, sparkling, dazzling. The last stop on our tour is Fomalhaut b, formerly known as Dagon, a mysterious exoplanet that was later determined to be a dissipating dust cloud caused by a collision. This planet was one of the first exoplanets to be directly imaged by the Hubble Space Telescope in 2008. It appeared as a bright point of light in the infrared spectrum near a bright star called Fomalhaut. It was estimated to be about 3 times the mass of Jupiter and to orbit at a large distance from its star. However, later observations revealed that the planet was not orbiting as expected and that its brightness was fading over time. In 2020, astronomers announced that the planet was not actually a planet at all, but rather a cloud of dust and debris resulting from a massive collision between 2 large asteroids or comets. The cloud was reflecting starlight and gradually dispersing due to radiation pressure from the star. This planet was an illusion, a mirage, a phantom. As you can see, exoplanets are very diverse and interesting, but also very scary and dangerous. These are just some examples of the nightmare worlds that exist in outer space and how they compare to Earth. There are many more exoplanets waiting to be discovered and explored, and some of them could be similar to Earth or even harbor life forms that we cannot imagine. To find out more about these amazing worlds, you can visit NASA's Exoplanet Exploration website or download their Galaxy of Horrors posters. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos on space and science.